We are back with another banger. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how I do the outline for my cut frontal method, which is the glueless frontal method wig caps. So the wig cap that I'm using is similar to a dome cap, but it has ventilation in the back and it does not have adjustable straps, so it just has a band that goes all the way around just like a wig cap. So I take my wig cap and put it on the size head that I need. I'm using a 22 inch. As you can see, I use this wig head all the time. 22 inch is like a medium size, so it's definitely going to be one that everyone's probably using the most. But I take my cut frontal. I've already measured out how far I need to cut my frontal. I'm using raw Indian hair from my hairline, and this is a 18-inch wavy lace frontal. So as you can see, it is cut to the measurements on each side of this wig cap. And now I am going to take my wig. I am not going to stop right here, which is right in front of the wig cap. You're definitely not going to do that. You're going to bring your wig cap down. Now I do bring it down like a certain ways from the wig cap. Make sure my wig cap is in the middle. Then I take another pin and I will pin the back straight back from that middle point, right in the middle of this cap. And now when I do my sides, I'm going to make sure that the back edges of this frontal lines up flush with the wig cap. So I'm going to pull this down. I can't go in front of this band, so this part here needs to be behind the wig band, and you for sure need to make sure you are flush to the wig cap. Okay, pull it back, pull it back. All right, so now let me pin it behind the wig cap here. So I have pinned it behind. This is where my band is there. Okay, the pin is right here, which is behind here. And then I go to the other side and I will do the exact same thing. Pin it behind the wig cap. Make sure it is still flush against the cap, so then when you sew it down, it will be flat exactly where it needs to be. So now I just go to the front, and my front corners that you see here on the left and right side, I will pull it straight forward so it can be flat as possible. And I will do the same on this side. This corner here that's just flopping up, I want to take it and make it as flat as possible going forward. I want this to be really flat. And after all that is done, I will go ahead, pull this hair out the way, and I will go ahead and start doing my outline. You can do this outline with a gray crayon, or you can use a paint marker. I got my paint markers from Hobby Lobby, so you can use these if you need to. Let me reinforce my pins so they can be flat. All right, so the first mark that I'm gonna make is the initial frontal mark. So I'm gonna take my frontal and outline on the wig cap how far back my frontal comes. And when you get to the corners down here, you are gonna mark right across. So this is the corner, that's how far my frontal comes down. And then I go across here for this corner. Now when I come on the other side, I will take my marker, mark down how far down my frontal goes, all the way down, and how far across it will go. So that's it. That's all you have to do with your frontal at this point. If you want to take it off, you can take it off because you don't need it anymore until the end when you're putting your frontal back on. Now I'm going to do my measurements for my tracks that I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to take my measuring tape and put it right in the middle, right where my frontal ended at the top. So let me just pin this down, and I only do this most of the time when I just want to see how far away I need to put my tracks, or if I just want to mark where the inches are, then that makes it a lot easier too. But I will take my measurements and I will see where the mid number is that matches this corner area right here. So for right now, for me, it's number 7. So that is my first marking actually for me. That's what I like to do. Other people do it different, but that's just what I like to do. is mark my corner line. And for me, it's number 7. If you're doing a 13 by 4 inch wig or something like that, it's going to be different measurements for that. So make sure you guys just be careful when you're marking your wig cap. The next measurement that I like to go ahead and do is the one that lines up with the last part of my wig cap here, and that is the number 2 inch area. So this will be my last curved track. Now when I do a 13 by 4 inch frontal, like I said, this measurement will be different as well. This is only for a glueless 13 by 6 inch wig. So now I can go ahead and mark my other lines as I need them to be. If I'm adding in like 4 or 5 bundles, then I'm definitely gonna mark it different. But this one, I'm just using a standard 3 bundles. So I will mark my 3 inches, my 4 inches, my 5 inches, my 6, and then my 8 I will mark, and my probably like 8.5. So my 8 I will take up to this point. I am just marking like a mock up. If I along the way decide to change it up a little bit, that's fine. These are just guidelines that I should preferably follow. So I will take it, mark my number 8, and mark my 8.5. Okay, and if you want to do a track on this very bottom one, you definitely can. I'm just choosing not to, but you definitely can if you want to. So now I will take, I think I want to do a 6.5. So I'm going to take this one across. Let's do this side. Do the 6s, your 5, your 4, and your 3. I for sure will probably do some tracks in between if I find that I'm having a lot more hair left, because I definitely want to fit 3 bundles into this wig. So I take those same measurements across only to the line, you guys, where your frontal ends, because your tracks are not going to go that far. This area of the cap right here is the area that's going to get cut off. So you guys want to measure that way, and then when you get to the top where we put our number 2, I'm going to now start making my lines that go horizontal, and I'll probably just do 2. So I'll do 1 here, and I will do 1 at the 1/2 inch. So there's 2 lines that go here and here right before I get to the frontal. And of course the very last track will be the track that the frontal lays on. So this is how I do my measurements, and I do an outline for a glueless lace frontal wig before I move on to the sewing machine. At this point I can definitely just take my wig cap off and continue to my sewing machine. So I thank you guys so much for watching this video. For any more information on how to do this method, or if you guys need a few tips and tricks, don't hesitate to comment below, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos like this one. I'll see you guys in my next video. Thanks, bye.